We got the Rubbermaid medium vertical shed right here, 4 feet deep, 5 feet wide, and it's about 6.5 feet tall. This thing is a medium shed with 106 feet cube of storage capacity, and when we're all done, it's gonna look nice and shiny like this right here. It's upside down. But anyway, that's the shed we're gonna put together. These are all the pieces. Here's the instruction manual. The tools we need are going to be safety glasses, gloves like this, utility knife, a rubber mallet, a Phillips screwdriver, a drill with 1/8 drill bit, liquid soap if you need to lubricate the joints to install, and step stool so you can get up and push the roof down to install it. Let's go ahead and install this, and we're gonna try to be as quick as possible because it should be easy installation. With Rubbermaid, everything should be just snapped together and we'll be good to go. So let's go ahead and start with the installation. Site preparation, make sure you have a level ground first, which we do because we're gonna put it on concrete. So if you don't have concrete, you gotta find a place where it's level and flat, because if your foundation is not flat, you're gonna have problems installing this because the doors will not line up. So make sure you have a flat foundation, and that's what we have right there. So number 1 is done, get your flat foundation. Number 2 is we are going to do the installation of the floor. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put piece A and B together, and that's gonna be our floor. So we're gonna grab A and B, that is this piece over here, and they're labeled in the back. So we grab A, and we need piece B, which is probably this piece right here. So this is B right here. A and B go together, and we need 9 screws to attach A and B together. So we're gonna line this up and install 9 screws between the two. All the screws are going to be essentially the same, so that makes it easy. All right, so we got our screws right there, and we got a screwdriver. And this part, it's just, you wanna make sure you're aligned. So, because sometimes the floor pieces is kind of bulging up a little bit, you're gonna need to push down. That way they are aligned properly. So we're just lining up to this edge right here. So make sure this edge is even before you start attaching the screws. And then put force down, and we go ahead and attach the screws right here. So force and tighten up the screws. There we go. All right. That's number 1. All right, number 2 is installed. You have to put a little bit of force on this one because there are no pilot holes. You can drill pilot holes if you want to, or you can just use a little forward force and it should go right through. There we go. We don't want to over tighten it. There we go. Get the 2 pieces together. There we go. Driving it screw through, and we don't over tighten. Good. Number 7 right here. So power tools will help. There we go. We don't want to over tighten it, so I'm gonna use my hand here to kind of tighten it by hand. Good. All right. There we go. And we don't want to over tighten it, so just kind of snug it up is good. And the final screw, right, make sure we keep this pushed down as we tighten the screw. There we go. And we'll just use manual tighten right here. Oh yeah, that's solid. Very good. All right, the floor is now installed. We have the 4 pieces together. That's pretty good. All right, so our screws are in. Power screwdriver was helpful. So now let's grab wall C and attach it down there. So this one is wall C. So right there. So we're gonna grab wall C and attach it in here. So they want us to put wall C here. We're gonna line up the grooves, push down until it clicks. It's in. Okay, perfect. If you have 2 person, another person can hold that for you, so it's a little bit easier. But I'm just gonna lay against that. All right, perfect. So we need to use our screwdriver to now punch out the holes right here. So you see how there's a hole right there? You can go with your screwdriver and punch it out like that. Same here, punch it out. Perfect. All right, so that's it. Hold C upright, and we're gonna get part D, attach it down back here. That's where D is gonna go. So let's grab panel D. All right, we found it. So panel D is the one that's gonna slope like that. So basically this is gonna be the back of your shed, like that. All right, so D is gonna go here. And the trick is, you see how it snaps in? We want to slide this into the grooves over here, because these pieces right here, that's going to slide into your groove. You get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these that slide into the groove. So you're going to slide it into the groove and snap it in at the same time. So that's where this part is kind of working together. So you see right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Slide that in, and then tilt this back so we can snap it in, like so. There we go. And use your weight to push down, and it should have snapped in place. Yep. We're gonna punch out the holes on D right here. Screwdriver, punch out, punch out, punch out, punch out. All right. Make sure it's in. Good. Now we get E and put that right over here. So here's E. Now this part's gonna be tricky because we need someone to kind of hold E as we put the other piece in. So I'm gonna prepare E, and I'm just gonna go ahead and punch out E first right here. I'm gonna punch these out because we know we're gonna need that. Basically, E is going to connect with F. So F is here, E is here, and if you have one person, it's gonna be tricky because once you put E in, it's gonna be like this piece. It's gonna be kind of wobbly. So I'm gonna find F before I put down E. F is the other slant right here. There we go. So this one's gonna be F. And you can double check by looking at the symbol right there. Multitasking here. We're gonna slide down E and then get the dovetails. F and E connect, and then F is going to go down too. All right, so once E is in, it's gonna click in right there. Okay, so E is in. You can see it's clipped in. Now, F is going to slide into the dovetails over here, just like before. There we go. Get this to slide into the dovetails. They all slide in. And then F is going to go down there and just kind of make sure everything is lined up over here. And I think we're good. So F is going to go in. There we go. All right, so now that we got the 4 pieces in the back installed, we're gonna grab the WC, which are the wall connectors. We got 5 of those, and we're gonna slide them between here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so this is why Rubbermaid makes it so easy to install, because instead of attaching screws, we have these plastic clips that's very easy to attach. There's an upside, Rubbermaid WC. So all I do is kind of line this up, get them lined up, and you're gonna slide this in here. And you see how they have the pieces here? It's gonna slide through here and here. And that's how it's gonna hold it. So line up everything and slide this down, just like that. How easy is that? Right here, this one, same thing, put it here, slide it down. Super easy. Put it in, slide it down. This one, put it in, slide it down. Last one, right there. Push this in and slide it down. Boom. Look at that. Look how fast it was to install the wall connectors. Very easy. I like this. Good job, Rubbermaid. Fantastic. We gotta punch out these holes. Here we go. Punch, 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 and punch out. So now we're gonna attach G. G is gonna go on this side. So we're gonna grab G and put it over here. G, right here. And we're gonna use wall connectors over here. So this one, all you need to do is just snap it down. Oh yeah, so there is a lip right here. You wanna get the lip from outside to kind of lip in, see? Right there, so there's a lip right there. So once it lines up, there we go. So now the lips are lining up perfectly. Good. So once that lip lines up, now you push this in, so it clicks in. And now we get to use these beautiful wall connectors again to attach this over here. Go ahead and just put it right here and slide it down. Boom. These are so nice. It makes installation so easy. WC and up, right here. Boom. Up, WC, boom. And again, up, WC, boom, right there. Punch this out and punch this out. Now we have something very interesting. We have to drill a 1/8 inch drill bit through here. So right here, this part, you have a little bit of a pre-drill indentation. So when you drill this one, it's gonna go through both pieces. So you wanna find a perpendicular angle, and just go drill right through it. You're gonna go through both pieces. There we go. Perfect. So you see how it went through the black and the white, because you can see the black plastic is drilled through as well. Perfect. That's what you need to do there. Super, super easy. Super easy. So after we do that drill right there, just note that the pilot hole is to be drilled through both walls. Is this a pilot hole? So then we're gonna attach a screw later. So now H is gonna go down on this side. All right, let's grab H. So this is probably gonna be H, right? Yep, H is the same deal. You have this lip right here, and this is very important little detail. This little lip right here, you're gonna catch this little lip over here, and they'll connect together. So that way, it makes it better sealed for water. So the water is harder to get in. We're gonna make sure we cover that lip, especially at the bottom, because that bottom part is where it's a little bit tricky. There we go. So now we get the bottom, and we get the top right there. So once everything looks like it's aligned, we can push down and lock it. So now inside here, once the lip is lined up, we get these wall connectors again. Make sure you remember up is up, wedge point's up, and you're gonna slide it in just like that and push it down. It's super easy to install these things. Literally, a kid can do this. It's like playing with Legos. Put this right here, slide this in, put this one up here, and slide it down. Boom, and slide it down. Boom, that's it. We want to drill this hole here, just like the other side. So we're going to just go ahead and drill through here. Here we go. Boom. There we go. And that should be good. Super easy, super easy. Oh, we missed the WC on the top, here and here. Whoops. That's why there's 2 pieces left. I was like, why is this loose? Why is this loose? It's because we missed this one right here. Put this one right here. Oh yeah. More rigidity. This one right here. Boom. Up. Good. Gotta be careful not to let this fall, because this is gonna, yeah, so attach this on the outside right here. So both of them right there. And you can see where you can line up the hole to meet with that. All right, so be very careful. Not let this fall on us. Yeah, because it says Rubbermaid. That's gonna be the front of your shed. All right, we're gonna put this to the side. We're gonna get M. M is gonna be in the back. So RB fell down, it's okay. We're gonna put roof piece M back here. Okay, cool. Now, you can install RB. You see there's a groove right here for RB to stay in. So RB is gonna go from outside. So get this little metal piece on the outside. And over here, this metal piece is gonna be between this and the roof. So we're gonna move this up here and get the metal piece between the inside wall and the roof. And that one's gonna allow the roof to rest on it and provide support. Use 8 AA bolts. From outside, you're gonna screw in. Hold the edge of the roof down firmly at the corner while installing each screw. All right, so we're gonna go from the back and do this from the back. Okay, all right, so let's move our shed around. And we'll be working from the back here. So we get the doors. I'm gonna move the doors. Move this door out the way. All right, so here's the back, and we're gonna need some step ladder. All right, so back here, we're gonna push the roof down as we attach the screws. Magnetic screwdriver is very important here. And then we're gonna go ahead and screw in here, pushing down as we tighten the screw in. There we go. Don't over tighten, just like that. This one right here, keeping pressure on the roof as you tighten this. There we go, nice and tight. Don't over tighten and you'll be good. And pushing down the roof as you tighten this down. Sweet, all right. One more at the corner, one more over here. There we go, nice and tight, snug it up. Our roof is feeling secure. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4 more on this side. Pushing down the roof, there we go. You don't want to over tighten. Good, let's try electric here. Nice and snug, good. There we go, snug it up. All right, one last screw right there. So it's very important that you push down on the roof as you tighten this down. So push down here, and we're gonna use our electric screwdriver here and tighten this in. Okay, so now that we attach all the screws from the outside, we got these screws. Remember, push down the roof as you tighten those screws. And then now we're gonna go from the inside and we're gonna screw on the edges right here. So you should have a second person on the outside of the shed holding down the edge of the roof. So the person on the outside is gonna hold this down right here. You see how there's a little gap right there? The person's gonna hold it here. As you are gonna be inside, put 2 screws on one side and then 2 screws on the other side. So you see right here, these 2 screws, this one, and actually this one. This one actually has the metal part too. You see how you have the metal part and then it goes to the roof. So we need someone on the outside that pushes down here, and same thing here, pushes down. You see how there's a little gap? You need to push down so there's no gap, and then you can screw from the inside. So that part was tricky. I had to have my camera person actually push on the outside as I put this screw in and this screw in. Same thing on this side, this screw and this screw. Now, it was much easier to drill a small pilot hole before we start screwing. So I just got my 1/8 inch, just make a small drill, and then it's much easier to screw it in. The front part, we have another RB member, and this RB member is gonna go in the front over here. And if you haven't tapped out your hole yet, make sure you tap out your holes. We haven't tapped out these out yet. So just use a screwdriver and punch it out right there. And this one right that. Okay, so now we know that this bar needs to go up here, just like that. And then we're gonna put the front roof on. So I'm gonna do that right now. Hopefully this won't fall on my head. So let me go grab the front roof, we'll put it on top. All right, here's the front roof, and you know it's a front because it says Rubbermaid right in the front here. All right, here we go. Carefully put this up without this member falling on my head. So, I'm gonna take this down. All right, so this is gonna go on top, and there's a little bit overlap between the front roof and the back roof. So that's gonna seal it from water. That's good. And it's gonna lay this down there. Perfect. It lines up nicely. And we're gonna put RB member here to provide some strength. RB goes there. And remember, this metal goes between the inside and the roof. So right here, in between the inside and the roof. We're going to insert the pins that's gonna connect these two roofs together. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna insert the pin, push it all the way through, and rotate the head flush with the roof. These are the pins. They come in a pack with the tool right here. I put the tool here to help you pull it down if you need to, and then slide this pin through. You see how it's gonna go through this roof and that roof too. So we're gonna make sure we align the roof properly. There we go. Once it slides through, that's one piece, and then you're gonna clip it in like that, and it holds it in place like that. Nice. Same deal. Slide this through and get it to line up over here. So sometimes you need to pull this piece down. Sometimes you push that up. Sometimes you need to pull this pin down just to get that to kind of line up. And then once it lines up, you push it through. And then you turn this right here and it locks in place, just like that. You got 2 more pins. Slide the pin through. You get it to go through this piece. Oh, that was easy. And then lock it in place. Good. Another pin right here. Slide this one through. Pull it down if you need to. Now slide it through and lock it in place. So you're gonna push it all the way through and lock it in. And that's gonna help keep the roof together. Sweet. So we get the door pieces here. So the way the door works is there's these little pivots on top, the same one on the bottom, and they're gonna hinge to the corner right there. We probably need to push the shed back a little bit so we have room to install the door. Actually, you know what? Let's get the shed into position because we're pretty much done with the installation of everything else. So we can get this thing into position where we want the final location of the shed. All right, so we're gonna slide this shed back into the original position that we want to install it. Need to slide this down more so we have access to our outlet. So our shed is in place. We have access to our power outlet still. Sweet. All right, so this is it. Now we can install the doors. You see, this is a perfect size for us because we have just enough room here for the doors to open. And because the way the doors open, they're gonna swing out completely, which is the reason why we got this shed. Because previously we had this metal shed right here, which we're still using. But if you notice, the metal shed, only one door, right? Only one door. To put stuff back here is a little bit harder. So that's why we like the resin shed that opens up completely, like this one right here. So we're gonna install the door. This is our door. And one pivot here is going to go in that hole down there. And the pivot on top is going to go up here. And it's going to line up perfectly. So hopefully our floor is good, our foundation is flat, so then this will install and the door will line up. If not, we're gonna have a problem. All right, there we go. So that's the top part. And will the doors close? Oh, they do. Nice. Sweet. See, that's why you have to have a very flat foundation. This is a little bit of a bump. So that's why I was a little worried, but still, it closes nicely. And sweet. Oh, it's so good. All right, so now you see how we want to install this. We want to push this down and then screw it in right there and there. Same thing over here once we install the other door over here. Let's get our last door. All right, this door over here, again pivot at the bottom, and then we're gonna lift the roof just slightly. And you see that hole right there? That's where the door slides in, push down, and you got a door, voila. Uh-oh, okay, let me see. And this is not because of the shed, it's just because of our foundation, right? It's not perfectly flat foundation. You can see the door is tight down here, but up here, you got a little gap. What we're gonna do is we're gonna tighten this down with the door closed. Uh-oh, I got no handles. There we go. So yeah, it's gonna be a little bit tricky, but we'll make it work. I'm gonna ask my camera crew to be outside here and push this down with the door closed, because I want this to be attached with the door closed, because otherwise I don't get this height correct. Once you tighten it down with the screws, it's gonna hold much better. But you see how the person outside has gotta hold it like this, and I need to screw it in. You can't just screw it in like this. It's not gonna work. You want someone outside, hold it like this, and then you screw it in. We're gonna pause for a bit, and we're gonna go ahead and have 2-person for this part, and we'll show you how it turns out. All right, so one door is installed, and we have attached these 2 screws right here, and the door is working nicely. Now we attach this door, and pop this up, and then we'll have a person from outside push down as we screw here, and again push down from outside and screw here, and that should be good. Doors are looking pretty good. We attached the 2 screws here when someone was pushed from outside. We got these screws, and then of course we had these screws earlier, so now the doors hinges nicely. See right there? So let's see how our door closes now. We can close this door right here. So this door closes in first. Boom, and it closes like that. And the top door right here, boom, there we go, it closes. Of course, we forgot to put the handle again, but that's a pretty good installation. See, everything is now tight, it's screwed on, it looks good. Solid, Rubbermaid, perfect. So now, now it's installed too well. I can't even get back in. There we go. Pry the door open. Okay, so we're gonna wrap up our installation now. What we need to do is we're gonna anchor 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 screws. Remember those pilot holes we did on the left and right? Now we screw. Do not over tighten. If you need to, you can drill pilot holes on these, and it helps a lot because these screws are very tough to attach without the pilot hole. So I'm gonna show you how to use the pilot hole thing here. So let's open up this door, and we're just gonna go around and we'll attach the screws here. So this one already has the pilot hole, so we're just gonna go ahead and screw this one in right now. Nice and tight, we don't want to over tighten, and there we go, that's installed. Yeah, we definitely want a pilot hole because to drive the screw in there without pilot hole is very difficult. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and drill here. All right, and then now we can attach our screw. We can probably use an electric screwdriver at this point. Oh wow, that's on really tight. Oh, we can torque that up really good actually. Oh yeah, that's torqued on real good. All right, let me see how it looks like on the outside. That's gonna attach this to the base. So you see right there, that's where the screw was. It just attaches it on the base. Perfect, that's great. All right, let's go ahead and continue all around. So it's good to have the pilot hole. So we're gonna do the same thing right here. Get the pilot hole, perfect. There we go. So repeat over here. There we go. There we go. Next one, right here. There we go. Two more. All right, let's get this one right here. There we go. And last one right there. That one already has a pilot. So we get this piece right here, metal. All right, so this one is going to go into right here. So we're gonna slide this in, and you see it says Rubbermaid. So we're gonna keep that upright. Slide that in and push it through. Boom, just like that. Oh, that's a nice flush installation, and that ain't going nowhere. Okay, that's good. Now we install the door handle on the left door. 4 screws, boom, solid. Rubbermaid, upright. The holes are predefined for it there and down here. So that's it. So now we can just go ahead and attach it. Make sure that the word Rubbermaid is upright. There we go. Nice. Get this one right here. There we go. Top one here. Nice. Last one. Done. Wow, the handle is solid. All right. So handle's installed. What's next? Boom! We are done. That's it. Our shed is complete, and we are done. There we go. We have the claps right here. You can install a lock if you want to. This shed is complete. It's very strong and solid. Now that we have it installed, we got the 4 feet this way. We have the 5 feet this way. It's nice and solid. Open it up, and you got space inside, my friend. Look at that. The doors open out. They don't open out all the way, they open out about that much, which is plenty of space to bring things in and out. And for us, it's perfect because that's the space we need to walk on. We got a lot to store here. You can definitely fit a nice big lawnmower in here, all your tools. Now you got places for you to put wall anchors if you want to add shelves and stuff, however you want it. I usually have a standing shelf anyway, but you can use the anchors to attach pegboards. You can use it to attach other things in the Rubbermaid ecosystem. But as it is, this is a complete shed. It's got reinforcement up here, reinforcement up here. We got these WC, the wall connectors that make it so easy to install. They literally just slide on. This is like the easiest shed that we've installed ever because it's so fast because of these things. Normally you would have screws or stuff. You can slide this on. It's like connecting Lego pieces. I love it. Now, our floor is not perfectly leveled because as you can see, it's where our concrete meets. And that's why it's going to be a little bit rough on closing, but that's fine because that's what you can expect unless you have a perfectly level floor. So when you close this, you can see right here, when you close this side, if I just push the door like that, it won't close because this one has a little extra push up here. It's not perfectly flat. I know that, so I'm just gonna go kick it a little bit and it's fine. And then close up right here, and that's good up there. Same thing with this door. See, if I just close like this, it's not gonna close. I just need to push it a little bit and it's good. Actually, this one closed really easy. This one's almost perfect. It's just that this door here is a little bit difficult for us. See, you close it, give it a little kick right there, and then it's good. So on this door, boom, we're good. Nice solid shed. What's my conclusion? I think it's a very easy to install shed. It's very strong. I like that the door opens very wide. And you have a floor that's included. The floor is very strong too. It's not a soft floor. I've seen some rubber sheds, some plastic shed, where the floor is low quality. This is not low quality. Some sheds are so low quality, the moment you step on it, you're starting to make indentations. This one is very strong floor. I love the floor on this one. Make sure you have a flat floor so that everything lines up perfectly for you guys. Now we've had other sheds, and in terms of speed of installation, this was the easiest one to install by far. We've had smaller sheds like the Suncast resin shed right here. We like this one, but because it's so small, it doesn't have a lot of depth to it. That's why we got this one. As you can see, they're both against the wall, and you see this one sticks out a little bit more, and that actually is a lot of space, so good space on that one. Now, sometimes if you have a shed that's too big, you might not be able to efficiently use it. This one is an 8x10 treadmount shed from Suncast, and because it's so big, we have a hard time utilizing it very efficiently. You can pack things really well, but then it's hard to get stuff from the back, or you can be strategic and pack things around so that you have a place to walk in and get access to things, but then you're wasting space inside for your walkway. So it's up to you. We like to have a big shed, but we also like to have a medium shed because the medium shed, which is our new Rubbermaid, is the perfect balance, right? It's not too deep and it's not too shallow. So it's good enough to fit like a lawnmower and a bunch of tools, boxes, and even shelves you can add into there. Now, another option you can have is a metal shed. So metal sheds are really, really durable in terms of the weather. Resin shed might not handle high temperature too well, but metal shed can handle high temperature really well. The only thing about our metal shed right here is the design. We prefer to have the doors that open on both sides like that, so you can have access really quickly. Whereas the metal shed that we have, the door access is only on one way. If you're okay with that, that's perfectly fine. Just like this one, it just makes it a little bit more difficult to access area right here. Also, keep in mind that if you do get the metal shed, that it doesn't have a floor. So whatever ground you have to either provide your own floor or use your own floor, right? There's no floor here. Whereas all the resin shed, they will have a floor. Just like our Suncast shed right here, there's a floor that's built in. We have the Rubbermaid one right here, and it has a floor. In fact, the Rubbermaid floor is probably the best floor we've seen so far because it's very strong. It's super, super strong. This is a very strong floor. And even our treadmount shed has a floor too. You can see over here. All the resin shed has a floor. Just make sure you have a flat foundation for your shed. So, all in all, we are a big believer of using sheds for extra storage around our backyard, and it's very efficient, and we're super happy with our new Rubbermaid 4x5 feet, 6.5 feet tall, medium shed right here. Super quick to install, and it's pretty sturdy. So there we go. There's the shed. You can see, boom, the Rubbermaid 5x4 vertical medium shed right here.